off, I was doing thesis research because, hip hop. So I was doing a constitutional theory thesis. That's what, so you see the relationship, not at all. So anyway, so I come back to school and I had been working at a magazine, which is a long story where, God has a plan for you, apparently. So I come back, they're trying to do a magazine. I know magazines. And then there was another guy who was actually at Harvard Law named James Bernard. And so the four of us ended up coming together, and four different skill sets and, craziness. And we were like, can we do a magazine? So, okay. So you asked me, did I know hip hop was going to be world dominating? I did. And the reason I did is because I guess I'm somewhat nerdy. I did this whole sociological economic analysis and came to see, this is 1989. And I saw that there's an S-curve product life cycle that products follow, but music is a product. And so I do the analysis and I'm looking at this and I'm like, wait a minute, we're in the lower part of one of those S curves. All of these music genres are fighting out for dominance. And so there was grunge, there was rap, there was all this stuff, but the only one that had been capitalized by the labels, because back then, this is 89, everybody thought rap, hip hop was disco, the same thing, because they were burning piles of disco record, remember that, all that stuff, right? So you're a little bit younger than me, but so this was happening. So we're at Harvard, we're supposed to be going to what they called recruiting. We're supposed to go into investment banking or whatever. I was going to go to Harvard Law and Harvard Business School combination thing. And I'd look at this and I'm like, wait a minute, in 3 years, this thing's going to take off if it's following the same cycle as music has followed throughout the history in this country and the world. So I go to my partners and I'm like, look, there's this S-curve product life cycle. Socioeconomic requires that we do. Yeah. They're like, okay, what? And I said, so they're like, can we do this? I was like, yes, this is going to be the next pop music. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it was, and everybody thought we were crazy because they're like, okay, you're going to do rap music and you went and have a Harvard education. You're going to do rap. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wow, amazing, absolutely amazing. So let's, so we're going to get to the part about technology. So let's talk about, being a steward of the culture and a sense of responsibility, right? So I guess everything you're telling me, let's talk about that a little bit. Tell me about this sense of responsibility you felt, did you feel one? I don't want to make any assumptions. Did you feel some sense of responsibility to prepare or communicate or to share to the world this thing, to tell those stories, right? And to help push this thing forward? What did you feel?
I think that is fundamentally what separated the Source magazine from the other magazines of the time. And that's not dissing the other magazines at all. They were fanzines. They were magazines that were in the same vein as, all the other pop music magazines or whatever. And there's a place for that. We looked at rap, hip hop as a lifestyle, as something that was going to change the world, because it was like in the 60s or with that movement, but we felt it was even deeper because this movement was pulling people together and what we call democratizing voice. That's what hip hop was about. It came out initially, the Bronx is burning and all of this stuff going on, social inequity and all of that. And the people came together to talk about that, but also to get some joy back out of life. And so it tells a story that is fundamental to the human experience. And all of that comes through and out of hip hop. So when I'm doing my thesis, that year we're doing the Source, there was a guy at Harvard Law, because I did a constitutional theory thesis, and I'm sitting there working with these famous Harvard Law School professors. And this guy, he was a black guy, and he was the president of the Harvard Law Review, and he's like, sees this undergrad in there, and I remember, people looking at scants at me like, what's this undergrad doing with our professors? And this guy's name was Barry, I thought at that time, but that was Barack Obama. And so to me, it's just these things in history that you see that are just, because I think that what we were doing with the Source was speaking directly to forces that would allow for somebody brown named Barack Hussein Obama, which, by the way, his name bugs me out more than the color of his skin, but, you know, to be elected president of the United States. That's hip hop.
Yeah, good point. Good point. That's epic. Wow. All right, man, that's epic. And so, you were there, you experienced that, you saw those early days of hip hop, that energy and that kind of thing pushing forward. Hip hop has always been progressive, right? Always kind of leading the way. Always
doing VR art tours.
That new sound, that new way of thinking. And here we
taking
are.
a journey, if you will,
crypto
through the
and
metaverse.
NFTs.
So make sure you join us every morning. Right here on Twitch. You can find the links on Instagram, Twitter. You can also go to www.ateacharts.com for a direct link. Also visit TYWHO and it'll be pretty cool. Join us.
Blockchain.
Peace.
And, you know, what it made possible. Because, okay, you go back. Democratization of voice. That's hip hop. Bringing people together. Getting us back to that kind of tribal communication. And tribe, you know, broadly understood that we associate with people that we feel kinship to. Well, hip hop is this broadening of that kinship feeling, right? So you look at that, but then blockchain, one of the things we lost from tribal relationships is the way that we like to interact economically, which is through barter. I have something, you have something, they're different things, but we know that we could exchange them, but without, when you go beyond the tribe, your normal family or tribe, you need a third party who's going to make that transaction, you know, guarantee it or whatever. And that's how central banks and all this other stuff that divides us ultimately comes into being. But then you see blockchain and it's that trustless intermediary. You don't need the central bank. You don't need, so you can get back to a tribal relationship with a broader base of people. That blew me away when I saw blockchain. And then I saw NFTs. And NFTs get you to this point where, well, art seems to be important cross-culturally. Art seems to be something that all the cultures in the world in some way, shape, or form have a respect for and a desire for. It makes life richer. But the natural way that art was propagated was through a system of what we call patronage, where the people support that. But recently, like they're taking art out of schools, taking art out of, you know, so hip hop represents that desire for and ability to make art from the people. You're plugging into the lamppost, you're doing all these things, it's seeking that. But NFTs come about, and now it really facilitates that because you can have people directly interact with and compensate the creators of that art. Mm-hmm. So it's, you know, to me, it was more hip hop, more indicative of where things had to go than anything else I'd seen.
Sure. Yeah, no, I feel you with that 100%. And so those two pieces, right? So with you and, you know, part of your legacy and your work, right? So the early days of hip hop and now NFTs. And now you recently, you know, started a project, NFT.HipHop. So we're talking about bringing both of those together, right? So tell us about that. What is NFT.HipHop and how do those two things connect?
So NFT.HipHop it's a website ultimately that I started, but the first project in NFT.HipHop is what's called Hip Hop Heads First Edition. And I partnered with one of my illustrators from the Source magazine. We've been friends for years, longer than I realize, because we're getting older, you know, it's like, or more seasoned, I like to say. And so Andre Leroy Davis is the illustrator who did The Last Word, which was the last page in the Source magazine, which over time became the first page that people would go to in the magazine. And it existed as a satirical, social, political, musicological, lifestyle commentary on something in hip hop that was influencing not just hip hop, but the broader global culture at the time. And so I called Andre up when I saw the NFT stuff, and we had been working on 3.5 years ago. We were working on something called crypto hip hop, which was something akin. Well, you'll see that in a year. So that's coming back. Now that everybody understands, that was broad NFT based and everything. Nobody knew what we were talking about. Anyway, so I called Andre up. I said, man, I got an idea. Let's do the hip hop heads. I'm going to make a time-space continuum animation background for the hip hops to be placed in to show how these iconic heads fit in the history, the era itself. And that's going to be our collaborative artwork. And so he gets me the heads, he cleaned them up and everything. Some of them are digitally put together from different pieces. And then I made the animation to pull the numbers that are central to hip hop and its history. They create the animation that is from the sine waves, the frame rate, the particle size creation and everything. And that animation represents the time of the hip hop era. And the heads are in there. And so those are the pieces. So then I made it loop at 47.8 seconds, which is where we sit in the era of hip hop. And then they're named not by the represented hip hop artist, but there's an algorithm that generates the name that is also placing them and the illustration in the hip hop era itself. So that's where the naming comes in. So it's a hip hop head dot 12.99. That's one of them, and that places that hip hop head in its place in that space time continuum that is the hip hop era. And then, and there's more, and then we took those. So we made each of the NFTs. There are 47 of them to represent the years, and so we gave as a gift to establish the crypto art collection for the Universal Hip Hop Museum. We gifted Andre and I, the Universal Hip Hop Museum, the number ones.
Okay.
And then we wanted to show what the power of NFTs really can be, in that they give you the ability to have authentication. They give you the ability to truly know what the provenance is, the ownership trail of the NFT through time. But then they also have this utility function that you can add to it, where because you have that authenticity and that provenance, you can tie things back to an NFT. And so what we said was, wait a minute, what if we show artists that these are things that can enhance the patronage experience? So we gave as gifts the last 10 in the series. We made escrow wallets that are immutable. We can't do anything about it. So if the represented artists, they believe that illustration is of them and that they're that one placed in history, they come to me. I prove who they are. That wallet can be transferred to them. They can claim it. And 10% of the secondary market sales forever will go to them and their estate going on. So now what they can do are things like, you have a concert. Well, let me say any of my hip hop head NFT owners, there's a private VIP room for after the show. And so they can come and they say they authenticate. We have an authentication tool we worked on with the blockchain that we utilize, Near. And so they can authenticate easily. But then they go to another city. They say the same thing. So what does that do? The people in the new city, NFTs from the people in the other city. And so the artists now created a marketplace and incentivized a marketplace against which they get 10% of the gross. That's what this shows. And then those 10, the more they do that, they have provenance of being owned by them, the artist, him or herself. So the more they do that, the more they increase the value of that asset that they're holding. And so we're giving them a wealth creation tool and a marketplace creation tool that's theirs. That's self-empowerment. To us, it felt like Andre and I were like, this is what hip hop is. This is the essence of hip hop. It's about self-direction. It's about being in control. It's about having nobody able to tell you, but you do you. That's what the NFTs can give to you.
Wow, that's amazing on many levels. It's so future forward. So for the general, right? 'Cause this is heavyweight material. So for the person, I'm down on hip hop. I know who Run DMC is. I don't know anything else about the whole crypto thing. How do I get involved? What's the easy, low touch way I can get access to this? So how can they do that?
Yeah, thank you for that question, because that was one of the things. Crypto is hard right now. That's just, it's hard. It's, even people who do it, like we joke around, hey, I think it's one of my wallet addresses. So I'm like, wow. So, because you literally are your own bank. And but the crazy part is, so anyway, so I said to the team I have building this stuff, and I said, listen, we need to make this customer friendly on the consumer level. This is not a crypto native undertaking, because the crypto natives are not necessarily but I said, we as crypto people need to reach out and get outside of ourselves. So you go to NFT.HipHop. I said, let's make it, we made it like buying at Shopify or so what do you do the first time? Create a username, right? And then once you have your username, you can go shop, and you shop with a credit card. So at NFT.HipHop, you make a username, but that's your wallet name. So you actually have an automatically generated crypto wallet off of a username. So you'll get your name .near. Okay, and then it says, okay, here's a phrase. Make sure you keep this safe. Don't share it with anybody. And it's a 12-word phrase. Now that's the scary part, but you need to keep that. There's no forgot my password function. So you print it out or you write it down, and you take that piece of paper and you put it in a fireproof box, right? But that's it. So now you actually have a regular person. You have a crypto wallet. All right. And then you buy in the auction, and we had to create new technology for this. The auction works off of credits. You buy with the credit card, and each credit is equivalent to $1, and that's what you use to bid. And at the end of this auction, which is ending on the 26th or 25th, 26th of July, at the end of it, if you bid on stuff and you didn't win anything, and the credits get returned to you. But if you win, the credits turn into the NFT that you can see in your crypto wallet, and you see your wallet by going to wallet.near.com, and that's where you see it. So we tried to make it easy. It's still a little hard. The no forgot your password is a big thing, I think, because I mean, you have crypto bros, right, who are sitting there and like, well, I had $10 million, but
yeah, it's wild. It's wild. Well, this is an amazing project. So, what's the best way for people to follow, connect, and to learn more about what you have going on?
So at NFT.HipHop, that's where the site is. I just started a Reddit like yesterday, which is r/NFT hip hop, all lowercase. So I'm going to start doing that. After the auction ends, I think I'm going to start a Discord, because one of the things that I realized doing this is what I wanted to show. I go through that long-winded explanation just a little while back, right? There's a lot in how these things were put together. I believe it's art. It may be geeky art in my head, coming out of my head and everything. There's really art there. But the other thing is, there's been this thing called CryptoPunks, which I think was a really cool project. The first NFT project. There's arguments about this, but the guys at Larva Labs made 10,000 CryptoPunks, and they gave them away. Now so you paid gas fees on Ethereum. So they give them away. And then over the years, this is 2017. So today, the cheapest CryptoPunk is $30,000. A week and a half ago or so, Sotheby's sold one for, I think it was $11 million or something. Anyway. So, but the reason they have this, there's a group that's created the value here. And so they have a Discord, and you have to be an owner to join the Discord. But what's happening is they've created a market. They've created a market based around the characteristics, attributes, and rarities that these CryptoPunks have. So I said, as I'm creating these hip hop heads, I was like, we have a common theme of what the hip hops are. The illustration doesn't change or whatever. The name changes, right, across the group, right? The background's the same because they share the same history, right? And they're related that way. But the rarities, the characteristics, the attributes, the rarities, instead of being code generated like all of the other projects that have been out there, I created something that would have rarities and attributes and characteristics that were based on the history. So, and the reason I wanted to do that was I wanted to say, if it's about self-empowerment, let's give the power to the owners and the represented artists themselves, because they know things that are rare. And if they put that out there, they can tie that rarity to the NFT that represents that rarity that they've just put out there. So basically, each one of the 47 represents a period of a year of the hip hop era. So if something happens, so I made the Platinum collection. Turns out there are 81 of the hip hop heads who had platinum albums. And so said, wait, let's go. So you go in, I went in and, found the RIA certification date for that first platinum album of that artist, body of work. Mm-hmm. Some really interesting things popped up. I thought I knew which the first. So some of the second albums that went, anyway, there's some real interesting things, but there are 81 of them. And so the Platinum collection is the numbered card of that artist that made that album in that date, in that card number date. And that's a Platinum collection. Then there are the Eternals. Unfortunately, some of the artists have died. And so the card that represents the year of their death when they passed is that Eternals card for them. And there are a couple of others that I'm pulling out. But what's really cool to me is that the artists can reveal things about themselves that are going to be attributes, that are going to be characteristics, that are going to be rarities that their fans can then go and trade against. That's what's crazy. So
yeah, wow. Well, Ed, this is an amazing project. Thank you for going under the hood and explaining the concept behind it, the passion behind it, the intricacies and the details. I mean, you had no idea at first glance that these kind of things, were put together to bring this all together. So this is amazing. Everyone, definitely check it out. Ed Young, thank you for making time and chatting us.
Thank you so much.
Rock the block, and we'll stay tuned, my brother. Keep it moving.
Can't wait. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Record. Okay, so I'm going to hit record here. So we are recording. All right. Welcome to...
Hey, what's going on? This is TYWHO. I'm right here in the metaverse doing VR art tours. Make sure you join us every day between 8 and 9 Eastern Time. Go to www.atharts.com for a direct link.
What? Okay, so I'm going to hit record here. So we are recording. All right, welcome to Rock the Block. I'm your host, John Block. We are here with Ed Young. Ed, how you doing today, brother?
I'm great today. Thank you, John Block. Happy to be here.
Hey, man, we're so excited to have you here. So for all of those folks that aren't in the know, tell everybody, what's your connection to this thing we call hip hop?
Well, okay, I'm a Generation X, so I would argue everybody Gen X is related to hip hop. I may have an even deeper relationship in that I was one of the people who, when we were in college, started or was one of the co-founders, co-owners of The Source magazine, which was a newsletter pretty much when I saw it, and I came on and we turned it into a magazine. So.
Man, that is epic. That is epic. So, I mean, what was happening at that time that gave you that vision to even see that hip-hop did you know that hip-hop would do what it's doing now or come to dominate the charts in the world?
Yes.
Okay.
So, all right. It's funny. People ask that all the time. And so we were actually undergrads at Harvard College. Well, three of us were. So the guy who had the initial vision and started a one-page newsletter was a guy named David Mays. And he made a one-page newsletter with money he had put together from selling ads on the Harvard radio show. He then did that, sold two ads into the newsletter, which imagine that you sell ads into a newsletter. But anyway, so then his roommate, Jonathan Schechter, came back to school. This was in the summer, comes back to school. Jonathan came on as the editor. So Dave's selling ads and doing distribution and everything. I was taking a year off from school. I come back from my year off. I was doing thesis research because, hip hop. So I was doing a constitutional theory thesis. So you see the relationship, not at all. So anyway, so I come back to school and I had been working at a magazine, which is a long story where, God has a plan for you, apparently. So I come back, they're trying to do a magazine. I know magazines. And then there was another guy who was actually at Harvard Law named James Bernard. And so the four of us ended up coming together and four different skill sets and, craziness. And we were like, can we do a magazine? So, okay. So you asked me, did I know hip hop was going to be world dominating? I did. And the reason I did is because I guess I'm somewhat nerdy. I did this whole sociological economic analysis and came to see, this is 1989. And I saw that there's an S-curve product life cycle that products follow, but music is a product.
Kill it now, baby. I'm not gonna do any of the ad-libs because I liked all the ad-libs I just did then. So I'm just trying to save what I did there. Yeah. Never dealt with a Cadillac, lack. My daddy had a Benz back on black. A true OG and a pastor, not a fact. The apple didn't roll too far, but I don't preach in pulpits, I preach on beats. I come from the land of the Georgia peaches, but crave to stay in the Cali beaches. And I love LA. I'm talking about the Cajun state, but the crack in these shellfish species. Shit, I grew up where they didn't really have to worry about showcases, dropping from them pieces, hitting the ground while holler tip me. But I felt like the Cobb County police was always out to get me. Shit, I'm on the way. I'm gonna go. She hit my phone saying that she need that mo. A little something sweet, a little something unique. You know that jet to the flow. She hit my line. I just got that text, you did. She talking about where you at. I'm not in that Cadillac, I'm in that Benz, black on black.
Black leather interior, life appearer, nearer in mirrors. My pop's vision was clearer, my future nearing, power steering. And we all in. Black Caddy music, woo. And we all win. I was chasing vixens, she was catching feelings. Study bumping, no system, lane switching, unrolling switches. Palmetto steak, clean plate, you do the dishes. Black is my first plate, I rev my engine. Driving up Raider Road, man, I'm on a mission. The best edition, she got me singing like Ricky. No poison on my pistons, the black expedition. Them doors stretch long, dog, like Scottie Pippen. The block's great adventure, black on black, clear as Ray's vision. Carolina on my mind, my 88 played the business. As I park on church, please God, no tickets. Reverse the verse, watch me go Hendrix. 2 fingers on my whip, my drive was different. Excuse me, or gives out, serve. Reverse the verse, watch me go Hendrix. 2 fingers on my whip, my drive was different.
Black on black, black on black, black on black. Black on black, black on black, black on black. Black on black, black on black, black on black.
Release the energy, hop out that ride, and just ride along. Crank those speakers up to the max. I know you feel it, especially those cats way in the back. And that black on black, black, yeah.
Let's go back.
Bruce, you better wait here. I'll be back in 10 minutes.
10 minutes is a long time to be away from.
It's confident, it's evident. Our time spent in the rain and shit. It's confident, it's evident. Our time spent in the rain and shit. So in love with you, so in love with you, so in love with you, so in love with you. Fall trees, agony and stain. Focus on me in the rain. Art, fame, colorful pain, mountaintop terrain. I climb in shame, I slide in fame. Perfect, photogenic, purpose, pain. Wood gain against opportunity. The hood stain, think the hood ain't. Bad times, think the hood ain't. I know. Let's take it nice and slow. That's what you wanna do. You should slow it down. Cause I'm so in love with you. Stop saying it. Show me. Roses are red, violets are pink. She rock fluorescent minks. I love her swag. Who cares what she thinks? Who cares what he thinks? If I blink, if she blinks, I'm there without a wink. Peter Pan, green entourage. Understand, Elder Barge. Middle of the night, baby. I got you, sweet lady. She's my Sade, baby. Oops, my Sade, baby. Pretty brown thing. I love the way your hips swing. Bang, bang. Legends of the fall. I was caught in the rain. Yeah.
Let's take it nice and slow. Cause I'm so in love with you. Cause this love is gonna fall. I'm so in love. 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 I'm so in love.
Roses are red, violets blue. I met you at the church pew. Curfew, out for you. On bended knee, vows for you. Who knew I would pursue the inner being in you? You see me, I see you. You see me, I see you.
I'm so in love. 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 I'm so in love.
Beyond perfections. Beyond perfections. Beyond perfections. beyond perfection. I can't catch them all, beyond perfection. I can't catch them all, beyond perfection. I can't catch them all, beyond perfection. Beyond perfection.
I'm no savage, son.
Yeah, I never know. Beyond the cap and gown flow, graduated from the top a long time ago. Young solo, napalm exposure, the souls of my heroes. The souls of my heroes. And they know to catch a break where the breaks don't grow. I rush perfection, deep in the metals. Why settle for gold medals? My pedals, they go boom, boom. Life, we special. I can't catch them all, beyond perfection. I can't catch them all, beyond perfection. I can't catch them all, beyond perfection. Beyond perfection.
I'm no savage, son.
Pointing out my flander, I detect on futures radar. Hands like Rooney Mays, Simba compared to Scar. I got infidels, I'm flyer than the crane. Whipping the AMG, keeping it ultra kosher. Hotter than supernova, passion like Black Panther. Smoking like Frankie Beverly and Mays. Happy feelings, negativity vanish. And Fiji when I'm famished, hating in so outlandish. Perfection is my plan.
I can't catch them all. I can't catch them all. I can't. Graduated from the top a long time ago. Young solo, napalm exposure, the souls of my heroes. The souls of my heroes. And they know to catch a break where the breaks don't grow. I rush perfection, deep in the metals. Why settle for gold medals? My pedals, they go boom, boom. Life, we special. I can't catch them all, beyond perfection. I can't catch them all, beyond perfection. I can't catch them all, beyond perfection. Beyond perfection.
I'm no savage, son.
Letters wishing you well, all to myself. I wanna come back, but ain't good for my health. Tears, my queen, caught up, life screams. Reality, baby, we've been so lost lately. I gotta take a chance, forgotten romance. I just wanna dance to sorrow, the pain, today, tomorrow. I'm insane, I'm lost in the brain, my queen. Arrows for you, shots for you. I take it all for you, baby. I just hope you know, my queen, on everything, everything. Tears too. Any night I'll cry with you, my queen. I cry too. We both see things. How you held me down. We both built things. Woo. Why you? I cry too. You held me down. We both built things. My queen. Why you? Yeah. Questions I wonder. How does life no blunder?
Hey, what's going on? This is TYWHO. I'm right here in the metaverse doing VR art tours. Make sure you join us every day between 8 and 9 Eastern Time. Go to www.atharts.com for a direct link. Hey, what's going on? This is TYWHO. I'm right here in the metaverse doing VR.
Record. Okay, so I'm going to hit record here. So we are recording. All right, welcome to Rock the Block. I'm your host, John Block. We are here with Ed Young. Ed, how you doing today, brother?
I'm great today. Thank you, John Block. Happy to be here.
Hey, man, we're so excited to have you here. So for all of those folks that aren't in the know, tell everybody, what's your connection to this thing we call hip hop?
Well, okay, I'm a Generation X, so I would argue
Queen, couldn't let them take us under. Knowing Sunder in love with fall summers. Teardrops kept the crops from raising me. I'm so impatient, just playing beach tunes for my lady. Water tide, too flagrant, 2 shots for misbehaving. We're still craving nightmares, maybe. I often dream of her fragrance lately. Lost Renee like the Lost Boys playing. It's a cold day, it's a cold day. So day by day, hey, I'm lost by in the worst way. Why her? It's what mama would say. Your angel eyes, it's a blur. I concur. It's her. Why her? Tears for you, tears with you, cheers to you, cheers with you, tears for you, tears with you. Why her? Cheers for you, cheers with you, tears with you. Why her? She cried my queen. I cried too. We both see things, how you held me down. We both built things, woo, woo. Why you? I cried too. You held me down. We both built things, my queen. Why you?
Plot twisted, irony is a choker, blinders, corporates. I operate responsive. I know I'm hoping honest. Strong training, tell the natives coming, you come and chill. I brought her with me. She's hungry, no breakfast at Tiffany's. Post 8 o'clock energy. By 5, breaking bread with me. Kiss the pinky ring, kiss the pinky ring, kiss the pinky ring, nothing but a thing. Kiss the pinky ring, kiss the pinky ring, kiss the pinky ring, nothing but a thing. Kiss the pinky ring, kiss the pinky ring, kiss the pinky ring,
She
nothing but
cried
a
my
thing.
queen, I cried too. We both see things, how you held me down. We both built things, woo, woo. Why you? I cried too. You held me down. We both built things, my queen. Why you? We on a mission. Yeah, we on a mission. We on a mission. Yeah, we on a mission.
Yeah, 60 already low on my 1 4. 60 here, 6 type aircraft taxi up to the Hall Park.
Yeah. I just wanna live, baby. At the top, I can't chill, baby. I just wanna fly crazy. It's like I'm on the run lately. Locks and grooves, pop open moves, open ops for all the crews. Chop and screw, I can never lose or think about slowing down the move. We fast like boom boom, more better blues. Bleed down the stairs, I be coming up soon. 2 hands on high noon. The moons that fall for stars, crashing too soon. Boom boom, yeah. We at the bars, hey. Sipping on today, hey. Tomorrow's on the way, hey. On the run anyway, hey. Time no delay, rushing to the stage. Brother get paid, applause as I fade. The lights done change, please pick my range. Even in the dark, watch a brother take his aim. I just wanna live, baby. At the top, we can't chill, baby. I just wanna fly crazy. It's like I'm on the run lately. Yeah. I just wanna live, baby. At the top, we can't chill, baby. I just wanna fly crazy. It's like I'm on the run lately. Grits couldn't break me. Shotgun formation, shaking out the option seems vacant. Hustle hard or embrace it. I'm on my Willie D. My mind playing tricks on me. It must be my enemies. They gas like Humvees. Ray on sound sheets. Doorways they blind me. I just wrote a CC. Tell a friend to find me. Tell time to free me. We find we. I'm Sky Team. They blast off behind me. Never patient. Far from waiting. Pump faking. Hesitation. Stakes created. Celebration. Flock to the block. It's concentration. Nathan, the choices that we make can crush the station. It's one love, yeah. It's one nation. I'm out the box like a brother just made it. Steps and elevators, baby, we just made it. Yeah. I just wanna live, baby. At the top, we can't chill, baby. I just wanna fly crazy. It's like I'm on the run lately. I just wanna live, baby. At the top, we can't chill, baby. I just wanna fly crazy. It's like I'm on the run lately. Electric boogaloo, the funk, Mr. Curfew. I was on the train, thinking about Lorraine. Jazz frames, night in and night game. If you see the lights, you better take a swing. Electric boogaloo, the funk, Mr. Curfew. I was on the train, thinking about Lorraine. Jazz frames, night in and night game. If you see the lights, you better take a swing. Know it's hard, know it's art, yeah. Know it's art, know it's hard. Stories art. I spark, impart, a spark, a child in the dark. Lights on my mark, limelight, ultra bright. I spark in the night, lost childs in the dark. Electric me, electric you. Lost childs in the dark. Electric, beautiful, beautiful. Who's the funk, Mr. Curfew? I was overdue. My vocals needed virtue. He died over shoes. Man, I dived in the blues. Scratch it up, I see better hues. Live it up, I see a better you. I rose in June, fluorescent, caressant moons. It's too soon to die too soon. My buffoon, my platoon, sipping at saloons. High ass news, high ass noon. Libations, concentration, they losing the nation. Eyes on the prize, I know they don't see me, Nathan. Separation. I did it for my nation. Electric boogaloo, the funk, Mr. Curfew. I was on the train, thinking about Lorraine. Jazz frames, night in and night game. If you see the light, you better take a swing. If you see the light, you better take a swing. Trey strikes, you made your mark. Who had you? Like Noah's heart. Who mad at you? Where do I start? In the curfew. I'm out after dark. I rose, fly as a lark. I rose, Derrick Rose. No bull on my spark. I just spark and go. Sorta like Buffalo, low. Libations, I can't say it enough. I so get low. Electric boogaloo, the funk, Mr. Curfew. I was on the train, thinking about Lorraine. That's you, girl. Yeah. That's you, girl. If you see the light, you better take a swing. If you see the light, you better take a swing. Bigger you, bigger views, bigger you, bigger view. Scratch it up, I see a better you. If you see the light, you better take a swing. Electric boogaloo. Electric boogaloo. Electric boogaloo, the funk, Mr. Curfew.
By 10 o'clock this night, some are ready for action. Some are not.
crime. We got baby doll girls in Brooklyn. Sweet perfume mixed in with the grime. Baby doll girls in Brooklyn. Pretty young thing, breaking hearts is a crime.
Catch a whiff of her scent before it dissipates. See Brooke and Lynn, I just want to taste. We could double date, or maybe we could get away. Far escape, see the stars from space. Skyscrapers filled with young heartbreakers. High heels on the street, pretty feet tickle later hardly. The kind of lovely you expect to see. Rolling through the block, Sex in the City. She know that she pretty when she say, come and get me. And when she clicks the hills 3 times, my home is ready. I'm regulated and I'm down with her energy. So many girls, many colors like graffiti.
We got baby doll girls in Brooklyn. Sweet perfume mixed in with the grime. Baby doll girls in Brooklyn. Pretty young thing, breaking hearts is a crime. We got baby doll girls in Brooklyn. Sweet perfume mixed in with the grime. Baby doll girls in Brooklyn. Pretty young thing, breaking hearts is a crime.
Let it all flow, baby girl, that's baby fat. Come over here and let me show you how I handle that. Let me show you local love, I'm a local star. Bodies deep at the bar, you know how we are. Chin your bike right here to the street pole. Let's rock away to the beach, take a nice stroll. You in complete control, tell me where you wanna go. Get a word or a nod, I'll make it so. Cause you looking good, no mistaking, no faking. I'm pacing, deep breathing, you're close to perfection. So tasty like bacon, I'm loving your fragrance. You're mine for the night, please don't tell me you'll take it. Yeah, and I'm ready for you, alright. Real thrills, future deals, if we get it right. Hold hands, chemistry, yeah, I understand. Golden, I just wanna be your man.
Baby doll girls in Brooklyn. Sweet perfume mixed in with the grime. Baby doll girls in Brooklyn. Pretty young thing, breaking hearts is a crime. We got baby doll girls in Brooklyn. Sweet perfume mixed in with the grime. Baby doll girls in Brooklyn. Pretty young thing, breaking hearts is a crime.
Walking down the street, boys falling at my feet. Cause my scent is so enticing. Strike hearts as quick as lightning. Walking down the street, boys falling at my feet. Cause my scent is so enticing. Strike hearts as quick as lightning.
We got baby doll girls in Brooklyn. Sweet perfume mixed in with the grime. Baby doll girls in Brooklyn. Pretty young thing, breaking hearts is a crime. We got baby doll girls in Brooklyn. Sweet perfume mixed in with the grime. Baby doll girls in Brooklyn. Pretty young thing, breaking hearts is a crime.
Hola hermoso,
Hola chula, ¿cómo estás?
extrañándote.
¿Cómo estás, mi amor?
¿Cómo estás?
Estoy bien, chula.
Nunca me verte. Me haces mucha falta. Darte mucho besito.
Yo quiero verte
Darte
también.
mucho cariño. Cuando te veo.
Esta noche.
Ok.
Ok, te veo ahorita.
Adiós.
Baby girl, let's take a trip to the lake. Let's chill and just live and vibe out. You already know how the city get. Let's dip and let's hide out, girl. You is the baddest, she is the baddest. The way that she talks and she smiles. A woman from Brooklyn, good looking, she wanna be with you, August for show. Baby girl, I wanna take you around the world, live life on private planes. I wanna see you in the pool, cause the shape of your ass is so perfectly framed. Girl, I know that you wanna please me. Like Mariah, give me honey. Shorty, what's up? I know you a freak and she always haunted. But she really, she honest. She working, she ballin'. My baby girl, she is smart and funny, and she be having me rollin'. The way that she move and she break me off, I think I am falling. She never been with a dude like me, and she gets to wake up with a baller. Baby, good morning. It's 9 in the morning. I love how you wake up and jump on the wood, you be trembling, moaning. Girl, when you on it, I love when you on it. Girl with that long hair, that big booty, those hips, that cookie is awesome. I know that she love me. She throw it back on me. And she doing whatever it takes to keep me interested, and I love it. Baby, I noticed we live for the moments. And I wanna make you mine for the long haul because you are so important.
Maria, please, please don't stare. Give me your hand, show me that you care. I need a beso, I need a beso, I need a beso, dame un beso. Maria, please, please don't stare. Give me your hand, show me that you care. I need a beso, I need a beso, I need a beso, dame un beso. Yeah, squeeze tight, no more talk, I'm here tonight. Hold my hand, I'm in your life. Funny, you tell me when it feels right. You know that's right. Now what to do? Not here for the games, I'm here for you. My heart's on the wall, how I want you to. Smile on my face when I see you. Remain true. Now I just got back to the BK. Too long have I been far away. Swear to God that I missed you every day. How could I forget such a pretty face? I'm head over heels from your groove. I'm loving the way that you move. I'm with this. On the knee, I'm been truthless. Still a kiss, baby, you haven't said. Maria, please, please don't stare. Give me your hand, show me that you care. I need a beso, I need a beso, I need a beso, dame un beso. Maria, please, please don't stare. Give me your hand, show me that you care.
We're out here hanging out us down once together.
I need a beso,
but you already know, gon' keep doing what we do, baby. Let's show how we do it. Yeah, I'm Batman, she Robin, Bruce Wayne and on these jokers. Damn right, I'm so elaborate. I'm swagging, she swagging it. Titanic Rose shagging it. You already know how we do. So fly on some Jasmine and Latin shit. Slacking, never. You already know this forever. Money rolling in, so it's only right we going in. Guess what we on? That cushion Don Perry on. You already know that she on. So hot, yeah, that we gone.
Maria, please, please don't stare. Give me your hand, show me that you care. I need a beso, I need a beso, I need a beso, dame un beso. Maria, please, please don't stare. Give me your hand, show me that you care. I need a beso, I need a beso, I need a beso, dame un beso.
They scheming on me and I see them. They trying to take me down, but they can't defeat me, cause I fight for what I believe in. I'm dodging all of these obstacles, that's so illogical, so diabolical. They're pathological, but I am king, so unstoppable. Try to play me, I'm no prostitute, I am not playing. You are mistaken, they wanna see me succumb to the hatred. Now I am breaking, losing my patience, just choosing a path straight to your devastation. So when you face me, know that beside me, two weapons to knock your ass back to reality. Jab right, cross, hook to the body, hard to 10 can't. Like Muhammad Ali, now you can't fucking stop me.
We be like duck, duck, duck. They be like duck, duck, duck. You'll be like what the fuck? Keep your head down before you get stuck. We be like duck, duck, duck. They be like duck, duck, duck. You'll be like what the fuck? Keep your head down before you get stuck. Just a little bit of flow, add a little bit of glow, and a little bit of flossing. Use a little bit of caution, a little bit of calm. Hide your little bit of growth and take a look around the room. Look at how you shine. You looking like food, only takes one time. A little bit of hurt, mix a little bit of pain. Don't ever bring the dumb shit, cause we don't play. Yo, we hit you in your form like that. Trace with the chalk like that. Tuck in them balls like that. Hit them with a sharp pitchfork like that. Heating up the spot like that. Stop them so they can't hit back. See them sitting 5 rows back. A villain's right there in a black trench coat, waiting with a double barrel sitting on her lap. Bam! We be like, duck, duck, duck. They be like, duck, duck, duck. You'll be like, what the fuck? Keep your head down before you get stuck. We be like, duck, duck, duck. They be like, duck, duck, duck. You'll be like, keep your head down before you get stuck.
You guys even show up at the front door, we'll have you arrested on the spot. I hope you're hearing me clearly. Arrogant pricks, you will be arrested.
All right, we in this joint. All right. Yo, you hear that?
No.
I thought I heard something.
No, it's nothing. It's nothing.
Let me get the flashlight.
All right, hold on.
Yo, I swear I heard something.
Oh shit.
We be like, duck, duck, duck. They be like, duck, duck, duck. You'll be like, what the fuck? Keep your head down before you get stuck. We be like, duck, duck, duck. They be like, duck, duck, duck. You'll be like, what the fuck? Keep your head down before you get stuck. Yeah.
You got my full attention. I'm heading in your direction, boy.
I see you coming.
Creep up on you slow.
I see you coming.
You got my full attention.
I know that.
I'm heading in your direction, boy.
Yeah.
Creep up on you slow. Here I come, boy, here I come, here I come, boy, here I come, 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 here I come. Here I come, here I come.
Yeah, she got naughty girl schemes and naughty girl tricks. Lure you in with the words from a naughty girl lips. She moves silent, loose lips, sink ships. She's Captain Ahab and I'm Moby Dick. Well, I'll walk the plank if you swap the deck. I'm a hunter before, so no disrespect. You are my heart on my wallet and checks. Please let me know. Explain the reason that you came here for. Cause honestly, you looking fine. Smelling so good that I'm losing my mind. You tossing your hair, I'm just loving your shine. Wait, hold up. No trap, need a map to get back to the things that'll keep me on track. And in fact, if you ask all around how I act, I'm sort of reserved. Intelligence like a nerd, so no head games, come real with the thing.
You got my full attention. I'm heading in your direction, boy. Creep up on you slow.
Yeah. Let me talk to you. I always feel like somebody's watching me, trying to rob me, trying to pop me. I'm at the red light, ready so I can pull off, hit the gas pedal, make the wheel spin out, no doubt. I'm living life way up with a view so clear you can see through my cup. Don't assume that you know what I'm drinking. You hear the bubble sound while the cork's still spinning. Don't you reach for that rope, you must be colorblind. VIP, NYC, gritty city, well dressed are we. Villainess, what a mess. Yo dress, creeping up slow on your thigh high. How'd I ever pass you by? Come take what you want, cause I ain't gon' front. I need a goddess for a wife. I believe in your life. Your full attention is good for my life. Treat me right.
You got my full attention. I'm heading in your direction, boy. Creep up on you slow. You got my full attention.
can make us grow. Love can make us grow. Money's only green, but love can make us grow. Money's only green, but love can make us grow. Money's only green, but love can make us grow. Love can make us grow. Love can make us grow. Oh, money make you chase dollar signs. Time is money and money is time. So say it like it's supposed to be. Think about your words, tell me what you need. And I can read your lips and maybe follow along. Or you could drop me a hint so I don't get it wrong. Come on, girl, won't you come along and sing my song? Baby's got a new shine. Baby looks good. Baby wants time, man, she's so divine. I hit her with the blind with a finger in the ring. Oh, baby, I'm an athlete. Focusing my eyes till all I ever see is green. It takes much energy, but I'm running these laps on the track for you. Money's only green, love can make us grow. Money's only green, but love can make us grow. Money's only green, but love can make us grow. Love can make us grow. Love can make us grow. Money's only green, but love can make us grow. Money's only green, but love can make us grow. Money's only green, but love can make us grow. Love can make us grow. Love can make us grow. Dollar bill, y'all. Fresh for the day, benefits from the bankroll. I don't know how to save though. Buy what I want to, feeling so grateful. Okay, hustling is how we play. High scores like every day. Paper chasing for fun. Green lights, we all want one. For the cash we run. But sometimes it's cold. And to get it, she'll go so low. Man, stilettos on the track, or on her back, or she hit you with the steel cause she needs that dough. Money, money, motto is the only thing she knows. The hunt and the race, the green paper chase, emotions a waste. Love won't make her stay. Money's only green, but love can make us grow. Money's only green, but love can make us grow. Money's only green, but love can make us grow. Love can make us grow. Love can make us grow. Money's only green, but love can make us grow. Money's only green, but love can make us grow. Money's only green, but love can make us grow. Love can make us grow. Love can make us grow.
Too much time, I got money in my mind. Got all I need, now I'm on the love grind. Too much time, I got money in my mind. Got all I need, now I'm on the love grind. Too much time, I got money in my mind. Got all I need, now I'm on the love grind. Too much time, I got money in my mind. Got all I need, now I'm on the love grind. Too much time, I got money in my mind. Got all I need, now I'm on the love grind. Too much time, I got money in my mind. Got all I need, now I'm on the love grind.
Money's only green, but love can make us grow. Money's only green, but love can make us grow. Money's only green, but love can make us grow. Love can make us grow. Love can make us grow. Money's only green, but love can make us grow. Money's only green, but love can make us grow. Money's only green, but love can make us grow. Love can make us grow. Love can make us grow.
Give me a fucking goddamn call right now. We own you. We own your music. We own everything about you. It's not yours. You give me a fucking call right now or we will destroy you. Our attorneys will have you for lunch. Give me a fucking call now.
promises, primal promises. She keep making me promises, primal promises. She keep making me promises, primal promises. She keep making me promises.
I wanna fuck you like an animal. It ain't my fault, I'm an animal. You keep showing me the best of you. I see pies and thighs, we smoke vegetables, and I'm drawn right into your plans. All tracks lead right into your pants. Eyes on me like I was your man. What you want, I don't understand. I'm caught in the grip of your feels. You throw it back and I'm swole from the thrill. Setting the play like we deep in the field. Placing a dart in my heart cause you skilled. Pulling my string to expose on my soul. Joystick me crazy cause you want control. Using your assets to earn a payroll. Quit teasing your honey is dripping like gold. You cold.
Primal promises. She keep making me promises. Primal promises. She keep making me promises. Primal promises. She keep making me promises. Primal promises. She keep making me promises.
Sexual tension in the air. I wanna pull on all of your hair. I wanna fuck you while you in the air. Legs wrapped around me while I feel on your dairy. Yeah, I wanna study your body, test all your limits. Put you in some difficult compromise positions. Probably shit that's never ever been invented. Nookie dripping wet like a ripe honeydew melon. Ass so fat I wanna rip off the tights. Eat you up like I haven't eaten in months since 69. Kiss you while I'm thrusting in you. Nice breasts, I lift the dick and suck on your nipples. Pleasure me down, that's what I call lipstick. Lion, tiger, spears cause I'm animalistic. Fuck you anywhere and I know you addicted. She said how you know I told her cause I am so gifted.
Primal promises. She keep making me promises. 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 Primal promises. She keep making me promises.
See, you ain't even ready for this. I'ma put that thing on you, boy. You can play if you want. I'ma take you home. Ooh, I'ma put that thing on you. I'ma put that work on you. Surfboard, surfboard. I'ma put that work on you. You don't even know. I'ma break you down. You can remember my name. You can remember my name.
Primal promises. She keep making me promises. 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 Primal promises. She keep making me promises.
Hola, hermoso.
Hola chula, ¿cómo estás?
Extrañado.
¿Cómo estás, mi amor?
¿Cómo estás?
Estoy bien, chula.
Nunca me verte. Me haces mucha falta. Darte mucho besito.
Yo quiero verte también.
Cuando te veo.
Esta noche.
Ok.
Ok, te veo ahorita.
Adiós.
Baby girl, let's take a trip to the lake. Let's chill and just live and vibe out. You already know how the city get. Let's dip and let's hide out, girl. You is the baddest, she is the baddest. The way that she talks and she smiles. A woman from Brooklyn, good looking, she wanna be with you. August for show. Baby girl, I wanna take you around the world, live life on private planes. I wanna see you in the pool, cause the shape of your ass is so perfectly framed. Girl, I know that you wanna please me. Like Mariah, give me honey. Shorty, what's up? I know you a freak and she always horny. But she really, she honest. She working, she ballin'. My baby girl, she is smart and funny, and she be having me rollin'. The way that she move and she break me off, I think I am falling. She never been with a dude like me, and she gets to wake up with a baller. Baby, good morning. It's 9 in the morning. I love how you wake up and jump on the wood, you be trembling, moaning. Girl, when you on it, I love when you on it. Girl with that long hair, that big booty, those hips, that cookie is awesome. I know that she love me. She throw it back on me. And she doing whatever it takes to keep me interested, and I love it. Baby, I noticed we live for the moments. And I wanna make you mine for the long haul because you are so important.
Maria, please, please don't stare. Give me your hand, show me that you care. I need a beso, I need a beso, I need a beso, dame un beso. Maria, please, please don't stare. Give me your hand, show me that you care. I need a beso, I need a beso, I need a beso, dame un beso. Yeah, squeeze tight, no more talk, I'm here tonight. Hold my hand, I'm in your life. Funny, you tell me when it feels right. You know that's right. Now what to do? Not here for the games, I'm here for you. My heart's on the wall, how I want you to. Smile on my face when I see you. Remain true. Now I just got back to the BK. Too long have I been far away. Swear to God that I missed you every day. How could I forget such a pretty face? Head over heels from your groove. I'm loving the way that you move. I'm with this. On the knee, I'm bent. True bliss, still a kiss, baby, you haven't said. Maria, please, please don't stare. Give me your hand, show me that you care. I need a beso, I need a beso, I need a beso, dame un beso. Maria, please, please don't stare. Give me your hand, show me that you care.
They're out here hating on us because they don't want us together.
I need a beso,
but you already know, gon' keep doing what we do, baby. Let's show them how we do it. Yeah, I'm Batman, she Robin, Bruce Wayne and all these jokers. Damn right, I'm so elaborate. I'm swagging, she swagging it. Titanic Rose shagging it. You already know how we do. So fly on some Jasmine and Latin shit. Slacking, never. You already know this forever. Money rolling in, so it's only right we going in. Guess what we on? That cushion Dom Perry on. You already know that she on. So hot, yeah, that we gone.
Maria, please, please don't stare. Give me your hand, show me that you care. I need a beso, I need a beso, I need a beso, dame un beso. Maria, please, please don't stare. Give me your hand, show me that you care. I need a beso, I need a beso, I need a beso, dame un beso.
Apart when the cameras are gone. We like lights on. Red light hot when the cameras are on. Nobody likes lights off. Cause it all falls apart when the cameras are gone. We like lights on. Spectacular MC. Hey. She wanna get with me. Dominant energy. Hey. Baby, then come with me. First in my pedigree. Hey. So tell me no falsity. You look like celebrity. Hey. But your rep's in jeopardy. I don't even know what's real. She be that type that'll make you squeal. Thrill for a sec, then I wanna swap. She faking her status, she ain't on top. I'm not impressed, so quit wasting time. Without all these lights, she don't really shine. Just set us apart, cause she ain't my kind. Prickly, she tricky like porcupine. Pick her the litter, I let her go. She living so fast, but her mind is slow. She earning no profit, she only owe. Her credit and debit are overflow. Scamming her mark, she just want that dough. Man overboard, she gon' bring you woe. Damn, she so cold like an Eskimo. I'm telling you, tell her forget it, quit faking the show.
We like lights on, red light hot when the cameras are on. Nobody likes lights off, cause it all falls apart when the cameras are gone. We like lights on, red light hot when the cameras are on. Nobody likes lights off, cause it all falls apart when the cameras are gone. We like lights on, red light hot when the cameras are on. Nobody likes lights off, cause it all falls apart when the cameras are gone. We like lights on, red light hot when the cameras are on. Nobody likes lights off, cause it all falls apart when the cameras are gone.
Bright lights, blind sight for the darkness you present to the world. You're a fake, superficial, no exists in this matrix of fakes. In the world that they try to portray, just a bunch of lazy fucks behind the Wi-Fi. I try to understand why I do it, why I lie. Is it for the likes, is it for the followers, or is it for the love that's temporary borrowed? What happened to being real? But instead you take pics of every meal just to show the world that you could afford a big bill for that good feeling. Why people in the world die starvation in this cold world that we live in? It is a given that living behind a computer is a gimmick. It's part of a system that's strategically delivered to make you socially illiterate and make you totally inconsiderate. But enough about the fake shit, cause when the lights come on it means I made it. I was dedicated, I stuck to my guns and never changed it. The plan to succeed in this, grandma made it. When the lights come on I don't fold under pressure. I'm doing me, homie, what the fuck, nothing lesser. I'm just me, the person that I was born to be. The eye, the tiger, the man with the clutch gene. You can't be me.
Lights on, red light hot when the cameras are on. Nobody likes lights off, cause it all falls apart when the cameras are gone. We like lights on, red light hot when the cameras are on. Nobody likes lights off, cause it all falls apart when the cameras are gone. We like lights on, red light hot when the cameras are on. Nobody likes lights off, cause it all falls apart when the cameras are gone. We like lights on, red light hot when the cameras are on. Nobody likes lights off, cause it all falls apart when the cameras are gone.
Talk to my lawyer.
Work here live on the scenes, and the welfare films have just come out of the courtroom. Let's see if we can get a few questions answered. Rob, Jay Vargas, over here. Excuse me, over here.
Yo, no comment. No comment, man.
Promises, she keep making me promises. Primal promises, she keep making me promises. Primal promises, she keep making me promises. I wanna fuck you like an animal. It ain't my fault, I'm an animal. You keep showing me the best of you. I see pies and thighs, we smoke vegetables, and I'm drawn right into your plans. All tracks lead right into your pants. Eyes on me like I was your man. What you want, I don't understand. I'm caught in the grip of your feels. You throw it back and I'm swole from the thrill. Setting the play like we deep in the field. Placing a dart in my heart cause you skilled. Pull on my string to expose on my soul. Joystick me crazy cause you want control. Using your assets to earn a payroll. Quit teasing your honey is dripping like gold. You cold. Primal promises, she keep making me promises. Primal promises, she promises. Primal promises. She keep making me promises. Promises. She keep making me promises.
Sexual tension in the air. I wanna pull on. I wanna fuck you while you're in the air. Legs wrapped around me while I feel on your dairy. Yeah, I wanna study your body, test all your limits. Put you in some difficult compromising positions. Try shit that's never ever been invented. Look you dripping wet like a ripe honeydew melon. Ass so fat I wanna rip off the tights. Eat you up like I haven't eaten in months since 69. Kiss you while I'm thrusting in you. Nice breasts, I lift the dick and suck on your nipples. Pleasure me down, that's what I call lipstick. Lion, tiger, spears, cause I'm animalistic. Fuck you anywhere and I know you addicted. She said how you know I told her cause I am so gifted.
Primal promises. She keep making me promises. 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 Primal promises. She keep making me promises.
See, you ain't even ready for this. I'ma put that thing on you, boy. You can play if you want. I'ma take you home. Ooh, I'ma put that thing on you. I'ma put that work on you. Surfboard, surfboard. I'ma put that work on you. You don't even know. I'ma break it down. You can remember my name. You can remember my name.
Primal promises. She keep making me promises. 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 Primal promises. She keep making me promises.
You gon' make me clear the whole room. Your time's running out real soon. The clock strikes cause it's high noon. Push the button, push the button. I've been patient for a long time. Now say the last words on your mind. You should have left when you had the time. Push the button, push the button.
My patience is gone, there is no sympathy. And as hot as the hate that's consumed all of me, it's the way that I be, cause I don't take shit. Will not quit and I will not submit. I'm locking the dope, cue the sad violin. You should've resigned, but you chose to begin. You caused all this drama, I'll bring it to end. Smell your fear in the air and I don't even care. Yeah, you can get it right now, feel the pain. Hitting shock through our parts of your brain. Foolish hearts moving acts get the same type of blame. Disasters here, we air out your frame. Master class, we practice our aim. Masterful, we wage war so brave. You broke a street law, and now you fell into a pitfall. Broken jaw, you and all those see you gone.
You gon' make me clear the whole room. Your time's running out real soon. The clock strikes cause it's high noon. Push the button, push the button. I've been patient for a long time. Now say the last words on your mind. You should have left when you had the time. Push the button, push the button. You gon' make me clear the whole room. Your time's running out real soon. The clock strikes cause it's high noon. Push the button, push the button. I've been patient for a long time. Now say the last words on your mind. You should have left when you had the time. Push the button, push the button. I'm tired tired of you dumb dudes pushing my buttons. My right hook is nuclear weapon of mass destruction. More money, more problems. Who want more? None of y'all want war with us. Well-dressed and villain us. Push that button, get hit with drama that's hotter than volcanic eruptions. No interruptions, no assumptions, no exceptions. No discussions, just straight concussions. I'll take you out of this world straight. Alien abduction, I'm thinking violence, destruction, explosives, major. Block, tattoos, scopes, lasers. Survival, endurance, hope, danger. Finish them, bury them like Undertaker. We hit them up. Lift them up like a nip and tuck. Push me to the edge, but now I fucking had enough. And if you didn't know, I'll show you what it's gonna be. You digging in my yard, I put your ass 6 deep. Hey. You gon' make me clear the whole room. Hey. Your time's running out real soon. Hey. The clock strikes cause it's high noon. Push the button, push the button. Hey. I've been patient for a long time. Hey. Now say the last words on your mind. Hey. You should've left when you had the time. Push the button, push the button. Hey. You gon' make me clear the whole room. Hey. Your time's running out real soon. Hey. The clock strikes cause it's high noon. Push the button, push the button. Hey. I've been patient for a long time. Hey. Now say the last words on your mind. Hey. You should've left when you had the time. Push the button, push the button.
After all this time, the well-dressed villains combine together, join forces to lay it, to smack it down on your candy ass all over Brooklyn.
Yo, what's good, man? There's a lot of people hating out there, trying to bring you down, when all you're trying to do is just move up in the world. A lot of haters, man. But just gotta shake it off.
Every day we go,
not stressing.
Every day we go, closer to
life is a gift.
Closer to the sun.
You gotta never give up.
Every day we go,
just do you.
Every day we go, closer to the sun. Closer to the sun.
I walk through the valley of death, my skin is hot. Damn. Watch the devil tempt me when I walk up in the spot. Shorty in my ear like, yeah, she wanna fuck. You already know what I wanted to do first. Suck. Yeah, I ain't never stopping. Cause you already know that groupie love stays flocking. But I work to stay away from them doc goblins. Cause every day I learn there's always someone plotting. People always gonna talk shit, but I don't really care about none of that. Cause we don't really care about none of that. People always gonna talk shit, but I don't really care about none of that. Cause we don't give a fuck about none of that.
Every day we go, every day we go, closer to the sun, closer to the sun. Oh, fun. Every day we go, every day we go, closer to the sun, closer to the sun. Oh, fun.
Yeah. I believe in the masterpiece. We all strive for the things we see, but make believe always bother me. No love for the forgery streets in New York City. Life's far too real on these gritty streets. Like that time speakers pop when them kids got killed for making beats. And yeah, they kept it real 100, never fake about it. Till blood and bone and ribs would go, till crowns got cracked on heads of stone. But on the subway, I saw your eyes and you turned the other way. Yeah, you heard me call your name, but you couldn't observe me, cause you still up in the game. And of course it hurt me to see your life burning flames. How could you blame me for the way that you behave? So caught in the trap days, speeding the highway, skirting the outcome, hiding behind shades.
People always gonna talk shit, but I don't really care about none of that. Cause we don't really care about none of that. People always gonna talk shit, but I don't really care about none of that. Cause we don't give a fuck about none of that.
Every day we go, every day we go, closer to the sun, closer to the sun. Oh, fun. Every day we go, every day we go, closer to the sun, closer to the sun. Oh, fun. Every day we go closer to the sun, closer to the sun. For fun. Spectacular MC, hey. She wanna get with me, dominant energy, hey. Baby, then come with me, first in my pedigree, hey. So tell me no falsity, you look like celebrity, hey. But your rep's in jeopardy, I don't even know what's real. She be that type that'll make you squeal. Flirt for a sec, then I wanna swap. She faking her status, she ain't on top. I'm not impressed, so quit wasting time. Without all these lights, she don't really shine. Just set us apart, cause she ain't my kind. Prickly, she tricky like porcupine. Pick her the litter, I let her go. She living so fast, but her mind is slow. She earning no profit, she only owe. Her credit and debit are overflow. Scamming her mark, she just want that dough. Man overboard, she gon' bring you woe. Damn, she so cold like an Eskimo. I'm telling you, tell her forget it, quit faking the show.
We like lights on, red light hot when the cameras are on. Nobody likes lights off, cause it all falls apart when the cameras are gone. We like lights on, red light hot when the cameras are on. Nobody likes lights off, cause it all falls apart when the cameras are gone. We like lights on, red light hot when the cameras are on. Nobody likes lights off, cause it all falls apart when the cameras are gone. We like lights on, red light hot when the cameras are on. Nobody likes lights off, cause it all falls apart when the cameras are gone.
Bright lights, blind sight for the darkness you present to the world. You're a fake, superficial, no exists in this matrix of fakes. In the world that they try to portray, just a bunch of lazy fucks behind the Wi-Fi. I try to understand why I do it, why I lie. Is it for the likes, is it for the followers, or is it for the love that's temporary borrowed? What happened to being real? But instead you take pics of every meal just to show the world that you could afford a big bill for that good feeling. Why people in the world die starvation in this cold world that we live in? It is a given that living behind a computer